Hey guys, as many of you guys know, Ava and I have been in Italy. We just got home the other night, and when we arrived we were tired and pretty hungry, but because we'd been gone for about a month, our pantry was empty. Well, not quite. We had plenty of dry pasta, we had some cheese we brought back from Italy, and we had some butter. With those ingredients, we made one of the Italian go-to, super simple, super easy, I got nothing in the pantry kind of pastas. That dish got us thinking about what an incredible and versatile ingredient butter is for making super simple and easy, not to mention delicious, pasta dishes. Today, Ava's gonna show you some of those, beginning with the one that started it all. But before we get started, let us know in the comments below, what is your go-to, I got nothing in the pantry dish to make?
This is one of the simplest plate of pasta in Italy, because as you can see in front of me I have just pasta, because we are going to cook pasta, salt, because we need salt, we have here some butter and some cheese, nothing else.
Well, it's not just some cheese, it's not just any cheese.
No, this is the national Italian cheese, which is Parmigiano Reggiano.
I just want to clarify that this won't really work with cheddar.
No. It doesn't work with cheddar, it doesn't work with Asiago, it doesn't work with Fontina. No, maybe, yes, with Asiago and Fontina it can work in another way. But the classical one is pasta burro parmigiano. So in order to cook my pasta, I need to cook my pasta. So I need water. Now is the tricky part of cooking this pasta.
Tricky pasta?
Is the tricky part of cooking this pasta dish, and the tricky part is our sauce. So watch me very careful, because it's not so easy. So first step, very careful, open your stick of butter. I left the butter outside of the fridge. Why? I don't really know. Maybe because I forget to put back in.
So it doesn't matter if it's cold?
No, actually no, it doesn't really matter. Based on how much pasta you are cooking, choose the quantity of butter that you want. I'm going with more or less this. Place the butter gently in your pot pan, and on a very low heat, melt your butter. Pay attention to not burn it. After the butter is melted and the pasta is very al dente, which means at least 4 minutes before what is written on your package, place the pasta from the pot into the pan. Turn up the heat, because we need to keep cooking our pasta, otherwise it's slow. And start to stir. Add some more pasta water. Because the pasta is still a little bit too much al dente, I'm adding another small quantity of pasta water. And anyway, I want to point out that a sort of cream is forming here. This is very important. Turn off your heat, because we are going to add the Parmigiano. Grate some fresh Parmigiano. And when I say some, I mean as much as you like, as much as you want, as much as you have. And keep stirring it. And once your Parmigiano is melted completely, as you can see, the pasta is ready.
You know a dish is a classic when it's just called by its ingredients, burro e parmigiano.
Actually, that's not true.
No?
Because this pasta has a name.
It does. We'll talk about that in just a moment, but I happen to know that this is one of those pasta dishes that you need to eat right away. So, can we take a bite first?
I'm impressed. Yes, sure, Alfredo.
This is what it will become a mappazzone very, very quickly.
Bravo, Alfredo.
Buon appetito. It's one of my favorites.
He loves it.
I love this pasta so
He
much.
loves pasta burro parmigiano. But this is what every Italian eats when he's sick.
Okay, do you want to tell us what the name of this pasta dish is? Sort of. And how we've made it on the channel before? Sort of.
This is what in the rest of the world you call pasta all'Alfredo. Now, pasta
No, it's not, because here what we call Alfredo is cream and parsley instead. No, it's not.
Now it's like this is the real Alfredo sauce. Now we can't really call this fettuccine all'Alfredo because we are eating spaghetti and fettuccine is fettuccine. But the ingredients are that.
But it really does make a huge difference to have that very, very thin, fresh egg fettuccine.
The kind of pasta that you use, yes, it changes the dish completely. It changes the texture, the, how do you say, also the flavor.
Obviously, as you saw, it's incredibly simple to make. And for me, this dish, well, when I first had the fettuccine version, was like one of the biggest turning points in the way I thought about food. You guys can go watch that video. In that video, I had the like Americanized version of Alfredo sauce, which I ate and I thought like, oh, it's pretty good. It's not bad. How could just some butter and cheese be better? But it was. It wasn't just better. It was like 1,000,000 times better. And it was really the first time that I saw just how insanely good, super simple food can be if you have really good ingredients. So it's an amazing plate of pasta. It's an amazing plate of pasta. It's an amazing plate of pasta, and it's so easy to make that I feel like everyone should just go make it right now. But that's not all butter can do, is it?
No, Harper. With butter we can do a lot of other things. We are going to prepare one of the most famous Italian butter sauce, and we use this usually to season our ravioli. And why we use this for a pasta like ravioli? Because all the flavor of the ravioli is inside the ravioli, and we don't want to use a sauce that covers this flavor. And because the flavor, as I said, is inside the ravioli, today I'm going to use an ingredient that gives to our ravioli a lot of flavor: sausage. Guess what?
More cheese.
Bravo, Harper! The sauce made out of butter, they are very, very simple, and usually they are butter plus another ingredient. The first time it was butter plus Parmigiano Reggiano. In this case it will be butter plus sage.
This is another very tricky sauce, right?
This is very, very tricky because we need to melt gentle the butter. And then, always gentle, we need to add some sage.
smells so good.
I know, it's very, very good and simple. We add just a little bit of pasta water.
Is every dish you show us today going to be one of those ones that's burro and something?
More or less.
Burro e, what is it in Italian? Salvia?
Burro e salvia, bravo. The smell of burro e salvia is something unbelievable.
So good. If you've never had it or smelled it, it's hard to imagine.
And also this is that kind of sauce that goes very well with a bunch of stuffed pasta like ravioli, agnolotti and other stuff and other things. But also, for example, with the gnocchi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because the gnocchi by itself, it has its own taste.
Yeah, because it's potatoes. It's not just pasta.
And
I'm sorry. I just said it. Just pasta.
How you dare say that it's just pasta?
I've never had like a sausage ravioli like this. Buon appetito!
I'm a big fan of ravioli, ricotta e spinaci, the classical one. In my opinion,
That is really good. It's just the perfect sauce for it because it gives it richness, it gives it a silky, creamy texture.
but without overdo something on the ravioli.
Yeah, you've got sausage in there. What else do you need in there?
Outside, you need something that just highlights the inside of the ravioli.
So clearly, butter is an excellent choice. If you want a mild sauce that's still rich, but it doesn't cover up the taste of the pasta. But what if we want a butter sauce that's got some real kick to it, some real flavor to it? It's got some punch.
I understand, Harper. I have a solution. Don't worry, I have a solution. So we did burro Parmigiano, burro Salvia. The third one, because Harper wants a pinch of flavor.
No, I don't want a pinch. I want a punch of flavor.
And what I said.
You said pinch.
Anyway, you want more flavor. I'm going to use anchovies. This ingredient has enough of pinch, punch, whatever you want, right?
Definitely. Now let me guess. You're gonna get your pasta cooking, then you're gonna get a pan going, you're gonna put your butter in said pan, you're gonna add your anchovies.
No, Harper. Pasta, yes, we need to cook the pasta, but our sauce we are going to make here. The first thing that you need to do, and this is very, very important, you need to take out of the fridge the butter at least 1 hour before. So you end up having a very soft butter. We need to, how do you say?
Smash.
Smash, spread, make it softer. Right now here we have butter and anchovies, and I'm going to add a little bit of pasta water to make my sauce a little bit creamier.
Does this have a name?
Pasta burro e alici.
Of course. I have some suspicions about this one, but I want to taste it first and confirm.
Okay.
Buon appetito. I've confirmed my suspicion.
Which is?
That as a person who used to think that I hated anchovies, I really like this dish.
Anchovies. Why?
They balance the sweetness of the butter because the butter by itself, the taste is fat. So the anchovies really create a balance. You don't taste anchovies. You taste that umami flavor that is amazing.
Yeah. I used to think because I hated anchovies by themselves. In fact, I still do. I don't like them. If you gave me just an anchovy, I wouldn't touch it. But when you cook with them, their flavor mellows and it just gives this amazing, amazing taste. Not only is it super simple, but anchovies, especially when you're using only 2 or 3 of them, it's a very cheap ingredient. So here we have a very, not just easy, quick pasta dish, but a very cheap one as well.
But Harper, for my last dish, I'm going to use an ingredient that I wouldn't define as cheap. A butter sauce is not useful just when you don't have nothing in your pantry or in your fridge, because you can use a butter sauce also to highlight your dinner using an ingredient that maybe is not so common, at least here in America. And I'm talking about saffron.
We're splurging on this butter sauce.
Well, we are what?
Splurging?
I don't know what does it mean. I'm putting some saffron in a little bit of hot water and it's to soak for about 20-30 minutes. Because we are splurging with the saffron, I decided that this time we can splurge also with our pasta. So we are going to use pennoni lisci from Grammarian.
That is beautiful pasta.
That is a beautiful pasta.
Where did we get this?
We got that fancy grocery shop.
Oh, AJ's. We never went back because everything there is really expensive, but boy, do they have good pasta.
Yes, I know, but for this pasta I paid like $15, something like that.
Wait, so actually the pasta cost more than the saffron. The saffron cost like $6 at Trader Joe's.
So we are splurging on this, with this, not with the saffron.
I am very excited for this one because I am a saffron fanatic. It is not a cheap hobby to have, but it is mine.
This Harper is called pasta, burro e zafferano.
Who could have guessed? Let's try it. It looks and smells amazing.
It's colorful, for
It's
sure.
very colorful, yes.
Buon appetito!
Buon appetito. Oh my goodness.
It's a pasta, but it resembles the risotto alla milanese, risotto allo zafferano.
I was just about to say, it's like the pasta version of that. It's also just as creamy and amazing as the Burro e Parmigiano that I love so much, but with the addition of saffron. Oh, that is so, so good.
In a dish like that, it's very important that the pasta you use is a very good pasta.
I've never had penne this big before. It's huge.
These are called pennoni. They go very well also with a very hearty, heavy meat sauce, for example.
This maybe isn't the kind of pasta you make every day, but man, this is worth making at least once. It is super, super good.
I can tell from your eyes, Alfredo,
It's so just like
you are loving this
cheesy
plate
and
of
creamy,
pasta.
and then with the saffron, oh my gosh. Can we start a saffron farm?
I don't know if here in Arizona the saffron.
Does saffron grow in Arizona?
I don't know, but pay attention because it's not so easy. It's so expensive, the saffron, because it's not so easy to grow it. You need to wake up every morning at 4 o'clock to go and pick the inside of the flower, because then when the flower closes, because the sun is high, you don't have saffron. So if you're willing to do this big sacrifice every day...
If it means I can eat this every day. Well guys, we hope this gives you some new ideas for how to make some very simple and delicious butter pasta sauces. Before we go, a quick shout out to a pasta grammarian in action. Look at this beautiful castagnacho. This is that, it's like a chestnut, what would you call it? Tart? Cake?
Cake, dessert.
Whatever it is, it's absolutely delicious. And this one looks particularly amazing. Well done. We are already looking forward to our next trip to Italy in the spring for the Pasta Grammar tours. We've gotten a lot of requests about them, and the sad truth is that we have a growing waiting list because Ava and I just simply don't have time to host nearly as many tours as we would like to do. It's so much fun sharing all of the sights and the tastes and the dishes of Italy with people in person. To try to help share the stuff with as many people as possible, we're adding a new tour experience to the slate. It's called The Taste of Calabria. We'll put a link down below where you can learn all about it. We hope to maybe see you in Italy someday. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Tell me, how do you say?
Splurge.
No, you don't say splurge.
Yes, you do. That's the word. I just thought you splurge. That's the word. Okay, I realize that you have very good reason for not trusting me, but trust me, that is the word, splurge.